Taking a bit longer than last time. Anyway, welcome back to the Tawantinsuyu campaign in Victoria 3. There's some odd stuff going on in the world. For example, the dual monarchy is getting a little bit of, well, yeah. They're busy in a war. They're currently in a diplomatic play in which I'm not entirely sure why there's a border here. Oh, they're part of the war. Scandinavia versus Madurai. Okay, so apparently they're really busy. That actually makes this the perfect time to intervene. I won't get a better time than this anyway. Let's take Quito, because then they'll be landlocked, and then if the dual monarchy wants to intervene again, well. Oh, right, I do have quite a few diplomatic interactions already. Anyways, technologically, I'm going to the Tier 3 tech, started working on that. Specifically, industrial. Society tech, I think I've just finished Tier 2, yeah. Politically, the trade unions have gained a lot of power very quickly, which is probably reasonable in that I've been industrializing a lot. And I've also been working towards modernizing the army with ammunition. Return Lima and Cusco. Oh, come on. I'm gonna have to fix that. I also plan on expanding the barracks here in Tiwanka specifically because this is where all the troops come in from. Yeah, I figured no country would be swayed. I'm just also hoping that no country would be swayed on their side. Right, that's the open hearth process. Let's get electrical capacitor. No, actually shift. I don't need shift work actually. I don't have that level of... Well, up until I get the wheat farm set up, but even then, I don't have that level of size yet in any of my industries, which would cause me to need that. I should expand you. Yeah. Eventually you're going to need some more railways again, especially since I'm going to be upgrading a lot. Yeah, looking at the fact that I'm going to get 5 more classworks, that's already 10 infrastructure usage. It's going to be close. So, okay, what about Antisuyu? Do I even have the population for that? I will once I have harvesting tools, probably. Okay, what about Ape? That level of road maintenance is... Well, that level of infrastructure is simply not enough. There we go. Oh, and I don't actually have a general. I probably should recruit one, shouldn't I? And they're all intelligentsia. God, is a market look. Oh, okay. Did not intervene. Excellent. I now have Ecuador for myself. Which has a lot of population, so I should be able to more effectively put them to use. Plus, there's finally naval bases. So, maybe time I start building up a navy. Small arms are getting expensive. That's probably because there's a lot of barracks here. Yep, skirmish infantry. There you go. I should eventually swap over some arms industries to using steel. Oh wait, I already have. I will wait on the repeating rifles until I can get breech loaders though. I still have an arms industry that hasn't swapped over yet. Never mind, I do not have an arms industry that hasn't swapped over yet. Okay. Is there anything else? Oh right, I wanted to change the steel to the steel mills to the open hearth process to produce far more steel. So I can swap over the construction sector here to steel frame buildings. It won't make it's not enough to make it up, the change, but it will at least allow me to properly handle these things. That's the only steel mill I have, isn't it? Yep. I can continue to build. Not around here. I could set up some fishing. There's little else useful about this province, so. Okay. Guaranteed little bitties will help me keep everything under control. Especially if I raise it up high. It's going to take a lot of investment though, so. Thankfully, Tawanka has a heck of a lot of peasants, especially since I specifically avoided building there. And for good reason. Oh, Tawantinsuyu has low market access. However, there's plenty of peasants here, which indicates that I should be able to expand upon things easily. I'm going to need even more in the motor industries. So I'm going to start swapping the plantations over to producing even more goods. There's a slight amount of labor saving that actually comes from automatic irrigation. But in all honesty, my actual focus on that is the production of even more goods. There's a steam powered thresher, and that will allow me to get even more labor out of things. Excellent. I think it might be smart to start moving towards human rights. Because I want to start moving towards getting rid of child labor. It would be easier to just jump straight to compulsory primary school. Alright. Actually, perhaps I should wait a little while in order. Well, those are the important ones, so. Just the dual monarchy and Burgundy. Burgundy is not willing to intervene. if the dual monarchy intervenes, I'm going to have to rely on my... I'm going to have to rely not on my garrisons. Hopefully they will be able to defend. But it appears neither of them are actually interested in saving Quito. So, well, I guess Pastaza is finally mine. Sadly, there's nothing interesting in here. And since it wasn't... oh. Country no longer exists. Except to actually incorporate it. Well, that's annoying. And it's not like it has Quechua as a primary culture, so... Oh well, it's Quito. What do I care about them? Though the excess bureaucracy does mean I get some extra construction efficiency. So I build things faster. Excellent. I kinda need to. Because I have plans, you see. Plans for a much larger navy. I don't need it now, but I'm probably going to end up needing it later, aren't I? And as prices go down, demand should increase. And there's freedom of thought. I'd rather get the extra university building throughput. It's going to cost a lot of paper, but the side effects with much greater innovation will help a lot. It also adds a new journal entry, the new Colossus. But I'd rather not in the moment. I should end the session here. So, Quito's no more. Oddly, I have to incorporate the state, despite the fact that it's, well, was one of my claims, which is a bit annoying. However, I've started to use rubber, so I've got bicycle messengers now, and I do plan on eventually upgrading my textile mills to be using elastics. However, I don't have silk. So, this is going to take some time. I'm mainly going to build up that synthetics industry once I get art silk. And that's going to take a while. I do have to focus on military at some point too. My navy is far, far behind, especially for 1890. Oh, the canal was built. Excellent. Yeah, I have hardline started to focus on my navy. I believe I'm gonna... Oh, yep. Start swapping over the shipbuilding to a more military direction in order to accommodate for all that. Though as technology improves, I will be swapping over to ironclads. It's just that for right now, yeah, I can't really do much about it. Okay, this arms industry, let's get you to repeating rifles actually. I could use more small arms. Right, I should stop here. Standard of living is now at number 3 worldwide. GDP is at number 9. GDP per capita is number 5. Literacy rate has been dramatically increasing. Now at number 23 worldwide. Population, number 24. Pop growth rate is at 1.8%, which is good. And now public health insurance. Compulsory primary school. I should get universal suffrage at some point, shouldn't I? Instead of census suffrage. Though, I have to admit, with this, I don't think it's really a problem. My biggest issue at the moment is the fact that the upper strata are starting to get rather low for the minimum expected. The mineral strata don't care, they're at 31. So I need to start phasing out the subsistence farms as best as I can, especially in areas where I could really use more. I think I might turn Tawantinsuyu into a tobacco location. I don't have any particular spot that's going to be good for tobacco outside of here, and this isn't a great spot with size. Yeah, and there's a lot of sales with that. Yeah. Industrialization, that's something I'm gonna have to do, isn't it? Right. Okay, that's the last thing I'm touching. I can't help but play. I have to force myself to stop. Especially since I do, as I said before, I have a tendency to, well, I might have said it before, I haven't actually edited any of this footage yet. Of this campaign at all. But yeah, I do tend to avoid playing a game that I'm currently in the process of recording a campaign for. There's just a general tendency for that to be easier for me. But yeah, I'll see you again next time. Until then, bye.